Yo, what's going on, traders? I hope you are having a fantastic time because I definitely had a good time trading this client's 100 USD account and spinning it to over 900 USD. Now, of course, I wanted to tap into the 1000s, but the market couldn't allow me to. But it's still a 900% account growth, and that's what I'm going to be covering in today's video. Make sure to get your pens and notebooks out. Open up your MT5s because this one is going to be a good one, and don't forget to leave a like and follow me on YouTube at prime_fx. Now let's get into the analysis. Okay, so at this point we had 110 in the balance, so let me just go over to the history and show you. I think the client managed to raise the account from 50 USD on his own to like 110 USD, and then that's when he handed me over the account. So we start off on the daily, but I'm going to shift, so I will be interchanging between the daily and the weekly. So this is our first break of structure right there, and it's happening within the context of a weekly bullish order block. So it broke structure within the bullish order block, and then it went up to reject off of the rejection block. So it's like you can see like it reacted off of it and then it dropped down. So it might keep on dropping down and later buy, but we'll focus on that later on. So now let's zoom in on the daily time frame again, and we see it consolidated a bit afterwards to give us a wipe above that high, and then gave us, should I say, our first sign that is going to drop, which is the change of character. This is on the daily or a BOS, and after it broke structure below that low, it further confirmed that it's going to drop down by giving us a wipe. Now, after it wiped below the grab liquidity below that low, returned back, and it had sort of like a choppy, but it respected the interest point within that range, and then it kept on dropping down. So where exactly did it react off of? So on our left, you can see there is a, should I say, like a mitigation block, and price tapped there. That's when it started to drop down. So after it tapped the mitigation block, it then gave us, it had sort of like two tests there, gave us like a wipe. It had a first initial reaction, then it had another test. That's when it dropped down to confirm the sell by breaking structure below that low. So after it broke structure, of course, it wanted to return back up into the range to drop down, but it didn't shoot back up too much. It didn't go too far. It just gave us sort of like a wipe or a stop hunt, and after it gave us the stop hunt, it reacted off of the mitigation or breaker block. So after it reacted off the breaker block, that's when it started plummeting down, and it further confirmed by, of course, giving us a BOS below that low. So there's smaller confirmations that kept on as it kept on dropping down that it gave us. Now if I look on our left, you can see if I draw out and drag out this trend line, it broke structure below that low, and right there was a quick small, should I say, price action before it kept on dropping downwards. So let's take a look at it, and you can see price consolidated and gave us a wipe before it dropped down to break structure. So it was like consolidating below that low. So I don't know, it was testing some liquidity below that low, and then that's when it decided to break out downwards and break structure below that low. So let me now zoom in onto the 1 hour right there, and you can see it gave us a stop hunt before it broke strike. It gave us a stop hunt, and then that's when it hit the 1 hour bearish order block. And the breakout isn't clear because you can see there was more rejections before there, and then later this when after it reacted off of the 1 hour bearish order block, it broke structure, and then that's when it returned back into the range and reacted off of the 4 hour order block for it to keep on dropping down. So I think now it's sort of obvious VIX 50s has to keep shooting down. That's what you would actually think right now. Like it's actually just dropping down, and that's what I was aiming for, to just keep on going with the trend. And of course it broke structure below the low there, returned back into the range, and it tapped the 30-minute mitigation block. I think VIX 50s likes reacting off of mitigation block. This is what I'm noticing right now. It broke structure below the low, and then now we're currently at the price action that we're at. It reacted off of another breaker block, and it wanted to continue shooting down, but I don't know, it sort of failed or manipulated someone there, and then that's when it went up to sort of give us a stop hunt. So this stop hunt is key right there. It gave us a stop hunt and it reacted off of the rejection block. Now after the stop hunt, you can see, yeah, it tried to wipe. Maybe it actually wiped, I didn't check nicely. And now we're getting closer to our current should I say candles that we're dealing with, and that's when it broke structure right there. So after it broke structure, went back into the range, typical of a downward trend, went back into the range and then reacted off of the mitigation block. That's when it continued to drop downward. So keep on paying close attention. It broke structure there because right now we're dealing with the 15-minute time frame. So after it returned back, it gave us a stop hunt, and then it reacted off of another mitigation block. So now we're currently at a point where I want to focus on my sell, where I'm going to be selling. So it reacted off of the mitigation block, and then it dropped downwards to break structure. Now we're waiting for another return up back into the range. So after the BOS, you can see there was some volume, or it created some imbalance, and it has to return back, and then we'll sell right there. So where exactly are we going to be selling? So this is crucial. I don't think I showed on the daily that it's going to create a immediate rebalance, but basically what it's going to do is it's going to shoot up into the buy side liquidity and then fill in the fair value gap. Now the fair value gap is not clear, so I'll just call it like an inefficiency right there. Like it's an imbalance. On the 4 hour it's much clearer, like there's one candle that just shoots down, and it's going to shoot back into that, tap the breaker block, and then continue to drop downwards. But this is just a rough analysis. It might react exactly at the 30-minute order block, so let's keep on looking down onto the smaller time frame. Now this is on the 30-minute time frame. Let me just remove some of these. Yeah, of course there is that 15-minute order block where I actually think is going to react off of, and on the 50-minute time frame I want to show you guys that small wick. It created sort of like a high, so price might want to reach up above that small high. Let me just mark it out right there. So it's going to create sort of like a wipe, and then it drops downwards. So it's quickly faring in that imbalance that was created there, and then tap on the 15-minute order block to drop downwards. This was a beautiful analysis, and we might catch it till it drops. It keeps on dropping down till like the sell side liquidity below that low. My aim was below the low, but I'll show you, like I ended up changing my mind. So yeah, of course the aim was for price to reach the sell side liquidity right below that immediate low, and then hopefully it keeps on dropping down to the like that high time frame low on the daily, and there's some imbalance below there. And of course, yeah, 110 USD in our balance. I decided, let me place like 10 0.01 lot sizes there, and yeah, we'll see what price did afterwards. Okay, now you can see this is after price started dropping down, and wow, this was a clean sniper entry. Look at that. It didn't actually manage to tap on all my sell limits. I think it missed one, and it was so clean, and I wanted to keep on adding more, like scaling in as it shoots down. So I waited for some time, and I think it had created some sort of market structure, and I was confident that it wasn't going to shoot up too high or return back to my entry level. So I decided to add more positions. I think I ended like 10 or 11 to make them like 20 lot sizes, 0.01 lot like positions. So yeah, after some time, like this is after a few more moments, and it had given me more structure to work with, and this is when I decided now it's ready to make the big drop that I had been waiting for. Of course, yeah, in terms of profits, where we had almost doubled or tripled, we're 200 USD in profit, so we're around 300 USD in our balance. That's some good amount of profit, but from 100 USD we're supposed to at least like 5 times the account. So yeah, I added positions right there, you can see, and it has to keep on shooting down. So after some moments, price actually did not waste too much time there. It didn't even like retrace back up there, and it just dropped down nicely. You can see this after some moments it made a huge drop down, and this is what I had actually seen. I could tell like price was going to drop down. Yeah, from 100 USD we're 800 USD in profits, in just pure profits. That's some huge amount of profits, and I could see like price went into this rejection level. Like there's a 50-minute order block, 1 hour rejection block. Like it was at a bullish zone right there, like a demand zone. Price had to buy there, and in my head I kept on asking myself like, should I close or should I not? But from 100 USD to almost 1,000, like this is 960 something. Yeah, I think this is a good amount of profit. Yeah, I wanted to hold till it reaches 1,000, but I could tell like price was sensitive around that area, so I decided to close at 947 USD. Now you can see in the balance right there, we had bagged some amount of profits. Yeah, like I said, the owner of the account, the client, is the one who raised it from 50 USD to like 110 USD, and of course we did it together. We managed to raise it to 900 USD. So yeah, after some moments we decided let's withdraw around 800 USD, and then we leave 100 USD for us to work with. So thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Or see you guys in the next video.